Well, they'll be calling you a radical. So the Enola Gay week is coming up ASAP. So as I know, nobody seems to give a shit, even though they're watching Oppie. Oppie, yeah, they worship those freaks. The Manhattan Project were all, nothing but mass, whats. That's what they were. Every last single one of them. Not my words, Albert Einstein's words. Einstein hated them. And anybody that thinks that Einstein and Oppenheimer had a relation, oh no, oh no, oh no. Freaking Einstein hated him. Einstein was so anti-bomb long before they even built the bomb. He did not write that letter. Leo wrote the letter. So the week is getting ready to come up, and it used to be so hallowed. I have the atom bomb disease, the Sudoku folding 1,000 paper cranes used to call it. I have that disease. So I'll be at the Enola Gay hangar on the 6th for my 50th year. That's where I flew out of. The Artiste! Oh, really? Talk about creeps. By the way, Oppie and crew build it. They didn't drop it. Politicians drop it. I don't think Congress would ever approve dropping that. I don't think FDR would ever freaking drop it. Truman, Truman, Truman. I thought Walsh was the vice president for all those years. How did they come up with that freak? You ever read about him and his wife and that whole... Oh, getting twisted. Talk about twisted. So, hello, freaking the greatest event in human history until 3/11. Fukushima happened. See no nuclear energy. Speak no energy. The nuclear energy crime syndicate. They own you. They own the world. We've never to this day seen the footage. To this day, the American carnage. Even the movie doesn't finish the job, does it? It never does. The American exceptionalism. Why don't you show us what they did to Japan? They have the footage. Why don't you show us? Because it's too disturbing. It's American exceptionalism. Oppie knew full well that the Germans did not have the bomb. He says at the end of it, that's a true quote. He would have dropped it on Germany. Oh, too bad we didn't have it. So we worship Oppie. We worship Teller. Freaking Fermi. How about Lawrence? You're talking the creepiest human beings who ever walked the face of the earth. I mean, this is was the greatest mass, you know what, in history. That's what it was. I like how they demonized Strauss in the movie. Louis Strauss actually demonized him. Remember, Louis Strauss went psycho for years, saying even him, the fighting was over. They were fighting uphill. Remember that general, and read about him. Even the United States military turned on him. He refused to reverse. How come they didn't get the Japanese emperor? Kill the peasants. That's what they do. That's what went off to Afghanistan. That bomb's going to stop all wars. Think about it. As soon as that one's over, let's go into North Korea, the Hell's Kitchen on Balco. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Chinese were coming through. My dad told me the Chinese were coming through with... They didn't have enough guns. They sent millions at them. It was so cold they all got frostbite. They were stacking up... it's called Hell's Kitchen for a reason. It was beyond horrific. Fighting with sticks and bayonets. You ever talk to an old Marine like my dad and those guys? They hated MacArthur. I mean, hated him. So, and Truman, they hated even worse. Went to Korea and then went off to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. After Afghanistan to get the Taliban. Went after Iraq to get Dick Cheney and friends, the big old Democrats, the party of peace and environment and labor, giving one of the greatest war criminals who ever walked the face of the earth, Dick Cheney, a standing ovation. Saddam Hussein's weapons of mass destruction. Went after Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Boogeyman, boogeyman, boogeyman. They like Bob Dylan. Chilling like Bob Dylan. Didn't Bob Dylan write a song named ISIS? They invented ISIS. Boogeyman, boogeyman. Send billions and trillions. Loot the treasury. Trillions freaking missing. How many dead to go get how many? 10,000 Taliban? If that? What? What? Proxy war. The oligarchs make it rain in Ukraine. Edward Snowjob, whose job was to kill Anonymous. There's absolutely no doubt. Edward Snowjob. On 60 Minutes, it took 60 Minutes, Lake Barrett to Leslie Stahl, 2,888 days. Tell you what Kevin Blanch told you about Fukushima in the first hour. Well, you had top surveillance guys. You're the self-proclaimed best hacker in the world. He was nowhere in sorts. I got to the top. I had very top surveillance CIA clearance. I got to the top and found there's another top. What? Well, who's the other top? Global oligarchs. I asked right here on the university. Glenn Greenwald's taking the sheep. Greenwald. I knew he was a con man from the get. Why would you? I asked Greenwald to his face. Where's the rest of the chip? You released 1% of the chip. Why would Snowjob hand the chip to Glenn Greenwald? He's a Fox News contributor. Laura? Do you know who Laura is? The MIT endowment? The billionaire? That's the dot. Oh, American exceptionalism, American imperialism. Snowjob was a Oh, I didn't make a backup. Now, where's he at? I thought he's flying to South America. You go to South America from the United States? I mean, I fly a lot internationally. Used to. Open heart surgery again this year. I don't go via Moscow. I don't even go via Vienna. They surround the plane. Just happens to be going now. Who we have this proxy war? Tsar Putin, King Z. Fucking, it's back. Imperialism, American exceptionalism. So I'll be out there with the bomb. Who's the only ones that ever drop a nuclear bomb? Oh, it'll stop the freaking wars. It'll stop the bomb. By the way, how good is he playing Teller in the movie? Oh my God, he's so awesome playing Teller. He does such a perfect job playing Teller. It's unbelievable. They were freaks. They were creeps. Self-indulged freaking. Call them what they were. What they did. I will quote. Mr. We could use another like Hoover again. Shut up, little girl. Shut up, little girl. What do you know? Meathead, you're nothing but a commie. Never has any war machine, nation, people indiscretionally mass murdered women and children. Till now. The United States. It revolts my soul. True man, you're really a true man. I hope that gets up into the jet stream and it sucks up into your Dorothy Day. Anybody who was anybody freaking was so violated. The greatest event in human history, August 6th. Remember when they killed Bobby Kennedy? Wasn't that on that day? Saran. That's detouring through the kitchen. Okay. All right. That was D-Day. That was June 6th. August 6th. Little boy turned into one creepy ass fat man. Let's drop to Nagasaki. Till March 11th happened. Fukushima disaster, 9-point earthquake. See no, speak no, you're going to hear. Yay. Little SMRs are going to save us. So I'll see you out at the Enola Gay on August 6th. I used to have a big crowd. It's usually me, myself, and I. We from the sea. So 50 years in a row I've done it. I ain't going to quit you. The house the nuclear cartel built. Oh, yeah. They own the world, if you haven't noticed. Stay tuned. Kevin Blanch reached into the bag and he slung the stone versus the nuclear energy crime syndicate. The greatest freaking... The family! The most evil cult that ever lived. The nuclear cult. Stay tuned.